The seal has finally been broken. Hades, Hades cast upon the seal as he was sealed away because he was hogging all of the souls from the human world to him, as all the souls went to him back then when he was in Mount Olympus, and some didn't even go to Zeus. So Zeus thought of him as greedy, and he executed him. When he meant executed him, he exiled him. Hades was immortal, so they were all immortal. They couldn't kill him. He's the god of death. And if he dies, then death doesn't exist in this world. He's the very concept of death itself. He is death. So, they sealed him away, sealing him away for all of eternity. But the seal has broken though. The seal that seals him off from the human world has been broken. Originally, all the souls went to Zeus. But now, since Hades is back, his goal is to reclaim all the souls that Zeus took from him. As Hades went to the keys of death and hell. But he couldn't find them. That's because Zeus already took away the keys of death. So he went to the keys of the underworld. And the keys of the underworld, these keys would allow someone, a soul, to leave the underworld to the human world freely as they go. As Hades used this key as he opened it. As once Hades went to the human world, he caused destruction, terror all around, as he was slaughtering humans and using his necromancing powers to bring them to life, and working as an army. As he started with Europe, as he slaughtered all of their humans, then the United States. He slaughtered all of them, even the government, having military power on his side. Then he slaughtered people in Korea, as he made them into his slaves, into his servants. As this was going on in the news, as every human that was watching the news was shocked. They were like literally having heart attacks because the supernatural is apparently real. As they saw in the news a giant skeleton bringing other skeletons to life and causing rampage on the earth, some thought this was the end times. And in fact, it did seem like the end times. It seemed like the end of the world was gonna happen. As Hades was controlling government leaders, he was killing people, as he was recruiting them for the army, as he wanted to prepare for the Great War. The Great War that will happen again. He wants another war. Hades wants revenge on the gods, so he wants another war to happen. As Rhea's peerage, the underworld, as the underworld and Rhea's peerage caught wind of this and saw what was going on. As Rhea says that we have to protect the humans and we have to erase their memories to prevent them from knowing about the supernatural. Ano/issei agreed about this, not about them knowing about the supernatural, about protecting them. As Sir Zex caught wind of this, as Sir Zex and all of hell Sir Zex and all of hell went to the human world as they made a portal. As Sir Zex summoned all of the devils and himself through a magic portal into the human world, as Hades started going to Japan and killing people, as he turned them into his undead puppets. As issei and Reese, the seal has finally been broken. As Hades was now free from bondage and chains the gods has set upon him. As he was angry at the gods, he was enraged at the gods, as they took away his power to take souls into the underworld, because all the souls were going to him. Zeus wanted some of the souls, because souls provided power. As Hades has finally now broken the chains that were upon him. As he was banished from Mount Olympus, they couldn't kill him because he was death itself. And without death, the souls can't go to them, and they can't get power. So he was sealed off. He's the concept of death, so if he disappears, death disappears. As he has finally removed the seal off him, as Hades was now free, as he went to the keys of the earth, if these keys would allow him to travel to the earth freely with a zero difficulty, as when Hades used these keys, he was finally back on the earth. As Hades, he needed to go kill some people and use his necromancing powers, because Hades was not his full power, so killing people would boost that up. So as Hades went to different countries like Europe, and he started slaughtering people, making them his underlings. As he started with Europe, then he started slaughtering people in the United States. Then he started slaughtering people in the Netherlands, then Australia, then Korea, then China. As this was on the news, as all the humans were seeing that the supernatural was real, as they were contemplating in their head, all the atheists, they were like, heaven and hell is real, Hades is real, as they had a heart attack, because the supernatural was real. As it was showing on the news, a giant skeleton, which appears to be Hades from the mythological stories, is killing people and turning them into his underlings. As this was caught winded by the supernatural world, as this was caught winded in the supernatural world. As Sir Zex caught wind of this, as he wanted to appear on the scene, as Hades finally went to Japan and started killing people at Cool Academy. But that was when Rias and Issei and her peerage caught wind of this and went outside, as they saw Hades and Sir Zex and Graphia appeared. As they said that the god of death Hades is here. We're gonna need much more than us if we want to take him down. As Issei says, I got this. As Rias says, that's a god, Issei, how are you gonna beat him? Then Issei says, let me show you. As Hades says, you really think you can defeat me? You're just a mere mortal. You are trash in my presence. You are garbage compared to me. You can't even fathom my power. As Issei says, Anos summons a giant lightning skeleton that was as big as Japan itself. It didn't kill any people. It didn't do damage to them. But it was gonna do damage to Hades. As Hades was kind of shitting bricks because the size of this thing. But he said, no matter. It's just the illusions of a mere mortal. This won't affect me in any way. As Hades went boxing with this thing, toe to toe with this thing, as the giant lightning skeleton, starting to summon lightning from dark magic. As the giant skeleton has created skeleton underlings too, electrical skeleton underlings, as it fought Hades, as Hades completely annihilated the underlings. As the skeleton went and tried to kill Hades. As the skeleton went and tried to kill Hades, but Hades, with his durability magic, he put magic over his whole body to increase his durability, as he was protected. As Hades summoned his underlings, charge at the giant skeleton, charge at this undead creature, charge at this unholy, monstrous entity. As they all charged at it, as the souls from Europe died, the souls from the United States died from this giant skeleton, as they went free again. As all the other souls went free again, as Hades screamed out, no! How are my souls losing to a mere mortal? They were blessed by me, a god! How are they losing to such mortal tricketry, losing to such mortal magic? As the skeleton went to attack Hades, but Hades he made the skeleton disappear as he nullified it. As he was trying to absorb the magic, he didn't absorb it fully as he fought the skeleton, as the skeleton was really giving him a challenge, as he said, "You bastard!" as he screamed out. As he fought the skeleton, and Hades won against the skeleton. As Hades won against the skeleton, as Sir Zex says, "I will be taking it out from here." As he went and fought Hades and used his ball of destruction to try to kill Hades, but Hades literally reflected at him. He reflected it back at Sir Zex, and it hit Sir Zex as this almost killed Sir Zex. Sir Zex was now on guard as Hades went to Rias. He instantly appeared. He instantly appeared to Rias, and he just turns her into a donut. He Rengoku. He aces her. He just grabs her heart and says, "But now the devil princess Rias Gremory is dead now. Now this will start a holy war, as now I can gain my power back and get revenge on those shitty gods that sealed me away thousands of years ago." As Hades started laughing, but issei before issei can get his rage boost, he also kills Rias' peerage too, slaughtering all of them, as Kiba tries to defend the rest of the peerage members, but it worked to no avail, as Hades slaughters all of them. As issei had his rage boost, as he had rage for Hades, as he said, "You bastard, how dare you kill Rias Gremory," as Sir Zex was almost dead. Sir Zex was almost dead, and Sir Zex, his mind was kinda corrupted. What I mean by that is, because Rias died, because Hades killed her in cold blood, because Hades killed Rias in cold blood, his mind is kinda on the dark path, like the path of revenge. He wants revenge on Hades. He wants to kill him and torture him, torment him forever and ever with no end. As issei/Anos had his rage boost, as his magic power was felt throughout all the earth, as all factions feared this power. They felt it throughout all of their realms, as hell was shaken. The realm of the fallen angels was shaken, as they were scared down their boots. They didn't want to go where that power is. This power was way more than a god can ever hope to be. As he charged at Hades, as he punched the living shit out of him, kicked him, then Anos used his magic on him to put him in severe pain, but this didn't kill Hades, because Anos was holding back immensely. Like, he wasn't even using 0.1 of his true power. Anos was holding back because he didn't want to kill Hades. He wanted Sir Zex to do the job, since he was the one that killed Sir Zex's sister, so Sir Zex should be the one to have his head. As issei/Anos was holding Hades' head, and says, "I could kill you and torture you for all of eternity, but I will give that to Sir Zex in the Great Holy War, because what you've just done was the most uncommittable sin. What you just done was the most unforgivable sin throughout all of devil kind, as you killed the princess of hell, Rias Gremory. For now, this will start a great holy war." As Hades was shivering at issei's presence, "This presence feels like a presence I know. It feels like 3,000 years ago." Anos Voldigoad, the demon king of tyranny, Hades said, as now, the creator of this what if suddenly decides to leave it at a cliffhanger, so wait for part 3.